their body so close to the tube, you have to warn them, because they do not know, that they cannot touch this or lean on it or put any weight, because this does not hold their weight. They'll do a face plant very easily with this. Okay, so you have the patient put their foot close to the center as much as possible, but still have the heel portion of it. You have enough room because you have an angulation of the plate. So it's not going to be exactly in the middle. Make sure you have your 40 SID. Okay, this is going to warn the patient that this is going to go real close to them. You're going to get to the head or the base here in just a second. Just like an AP axial. And then you're going to do your collimation.
What's your angulation on this one?
It's supposed to be 10, I'm sorry.
10. Thank you.
Okay. So while you're warning the patient and you're moving the tube in front of them, already have your marker down there. And then what you're going to do is have the patient facing their foot and then have them push their pelvis forward. So they're adding some weight on there, and then have them push on their feet or foot. Okay, remember again that they have to be directly towards the center, and then their tibial plateau, tibial spine needs to be aligned with the third metatarsal. Okay? Any questions on that? I'm sorry?
What are they looking for in this weight-bearing axial foot?
Weight-bearing axial foot, they're trying to see the displacement and the movement of the bases of the tarsals and the tarsals. So these all weight-bearing is you're trying to see the displacement or the movement of the tarsals and the metatarsals. Okay?
No. Can we do 15 degree on the table and then 10 degree here? So if it's on the table, it's 15 degree?
No, it's 10 degree there, 15 for the toes.
Oh, 15 for the toes. Okay.
15 toes because the toes curl,
Yeah.
and it's 10 for the foot. But you'll find out later you're going to start varying from the 10 because it depends on the patient's arch. So your CR should be perpendicular to the angle of the metatarsals. So start off with 10 until you start figuring out how much a person's arch is.
Okay.
You're good now. Okay. I'm going to have you stand right here with your right foot. And this one here on the other. Put your foot all against the board on this side for me. Good. Plate is moving. All right, bring this other foot over for me, closer to the board. There you go, good. So just like the lateral, you want to make sure that you are on the lateral side of the foot. You're including the distal and the proximal portion of the foot posteriorly above the foot. Now, the idea for this particular one is to make sure that the fifth metatarsal is running parallel, because remember when we have her on her lateral side, the fifth metatarsal is already flush to the IR, correct? So we have to do the same thing here. So here's the base of the fifth, and there's the head of the fifth. So her heel needs to go away from the IR until, keep going, her fifth metatarsal is now running parallel to the IR. So her forefoot of the head of her first is touching. But we have to create a little bit of that OID because it's not a true lateral if the fifth metatarsal is not running parallel to the IR. Okay? I'm gonna take off weight just a little bit off this foot a little bit for me. I just need to rotate the IR a little bit more. Okay. Okay. This toe go inward more, a little bit more for me. Away.
Sorry.
There you go, that's fine. Okay, bring this foot against the IR for me on this side. Good, that's it. Okay, all right. So if you look from the back, from on this side, you can see how far her foot is away from her heel to the forefoot. And the reasoning is because her fifth metatarsal is now running parallel to the IR. Okay, so what you're looking at, you're not looking at that space, because not everyone's going to be the same. But you have to go to the head, to the base, and that has to run parallel. See, my two fingers are running parallel to the IR. Okay? So in order for this to be a legal weight-bearing foot, you have to physically tell the patient, add weight over their foot. So, do not bend your knee, okay? Have this foot slightly go forward. Then I'm gonna have you shift at your hip, so your hip is, no. Just lean forward at your hip, 80 degrees. So now her weight, her center of gravity is now directly over her midfoot. That is a true weight-bearing foot. You cannot say weight-bearing on your image if you did not tell the patient to put weight on that foot. Okay? All right, marker will go here just like it would for the lateral. Okay, any questions on that?